Hello, my beautiful Virgos. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing, and we are looking at the upcoming week and beyond. Whenever you come to this, I'm confident there'll be a message for you. This will be posted on Friday, June 19th, a couple of days before the summer solstice here where I am in Maine, USA. Excuse me. The summer solstice, we're going to have 15 hours of daylight. Hold on a second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat because the minute I started this video up, all of a sudden I'm getting... Anyway, that's what happens sometimes when I'm in channel mode. Because this is all about communication, and sometimes it just gets around my throat. Okay, so 15 hours of daylight on the summer solstice. I hope you are able to go out and enjoy the beach, the mountains, a hike, your backyard, gardening, whatever it is, because 15 hours is what you will have on Sunday, June 21st. Okay, my beautiful Virgos. So for this week's reading, I am using very lighthearted, whimsical decks. Magical Times Empowerment Cards by Jody Bergsma. The Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Faye, and then a little whimsical deck I got for the Ending Oracle, and you're going to be surprised about what you got there. Okay, so from the Magical Times, you have Faith. Believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. Believe you are not alone. None of us are alone. Even when we think we're alone, we're not alone, right? Our spirit guides are always there. Our ancestors are always there. Our soul group who has crossed over is always there. So you're never alone. Spirit is right here with us, right? And we should all know that we're never really alone. Ask for guidance and it will come. Now, here's the tricky sentence in this card, right? So sometimes we just ask, we just want to hear a voice coming down and telling us what to do, but it doesn't happen like that often. Now, sometimes I know that this has happened to me a long time ago when I was in California. My husband at the time was in the military, and we didn't live in the same city. He was training, and I was woken up in the wee hours of the morning. I don't remember now what time it was because this was a long time ago. And I heard a distinct voice saying, pray for Mike. Pray for Mike right now. And I literally sat up in bed and did that. What happened at that time, he was in a car with his buddy and they got in an accident. They actually slammed into the back of a tractor trailer and the whole roof of the car was taken off. Now, Mike was 6'5", so you can imagine how tall he sat in that seat. But he was unharmed in that accident. Nobody really knows why. So this can happen, but I feel like it happens usually when there's something that really bad that's about to happen. It's not, in my experience and the people that I know, I'm not going to say, okay, which one of these two jobs should I take? And then I'm going to hear an answer, right? But when it's something that I'm sure that I wasn't the only one that was woken up and told to pray for him, because one person's prayer may or may not work. But Spirit probably said that to his mother and his sister and his grandparents, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know why I was prompted to tell you that story. I don't think I've ever said that story on YouTube in 3 years of being on here. So ask for guidance and it will come. Now, how is it going to come if you don't hear it? Our guides and the universe communicate with us through feelings, right? In our hearts, in our gut, that feeling of you should or shouldn't do something. That's typically how the guidance will come. Or you look at two things and get an overwhelming feeling that this is the one you're supposed to choose. It's often, most of the time, not going to be words coming to you. Even psychic mediums talk about this. Like, they can't just ask their ancestors for the lottery numbers or anything like that. Okay. All right. I'm not going to go on and on about it. I'm going to face the camera down and we're going to pull the tarot. Okay, Virgos. So building on your faith message using these very beautiful Spirit Song Tarot cards, which you'll see in a moment. They're kind of watercolor. I don't use them often because the suits are not the same. I'm starting to get them memorized now, but my first several times of using this deck, I couldn't remember what it was, so we'll test it right now. Acorns are wands or fire. Feathers are swords or air. Shells are cups or water. And crystals are pentacles or earth. Okay, I did it. But you see, I had to really stop and think about it. So I don't like to be making a video for you guys and then I can't remember what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first card that comes out is Moon. The Moon. This is number 18, which is a 9, which is accomplishment. The Moon is also Pisces in the tarot, represents Pisces in the tarot. So Pisces, very loving, nurturing, romantic. Okay, I thought that was coming out, but it wasn't. Romantic sign, right? So Pisces energy. Now, a couple things about the Moon card. It can be pointing you toward your nighttime dreams. Knight of Shells, Knight of Cups, that's romance or some sort of boost in your relationship. So the Moon can be pointing you toward your nighttime dreams, but it's also things that are hidden from you or you don't see right now. So the Moon is kind of, I guess we could call it, when you get the Moon card, it can be like a foreshadowing to keep, be aware, be awake, you know, be alert because there's something that you may not see right now. Ace of Feathers, Hanging Man, accepting yourself for who you are. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's take these in the order that they came out. Whoops. No, this. These cards are a little bit taller than the normal deck. Okay, so building on faith. Believe that you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance. The Moon. This is an owl. You see the beautiful artwork on these cards. I really, really do love the artwork. It's so beautiful. I would love to be able to purchase this. I haven't checked into it, but anyway. So the Moon, imagination and perception are the words that they give. And oh, I also want to mention that when I use a channel deck by somebody, I like to honor their channeling of the message that they got. Now, yes, there are basic meanings, obviously, for every tarot card because these have been created many, many years ago. So I do give you the base meaning, but I also want to give you the channeled message for whoever created the deck. So this deck says the Moon is imagination and perception. Perception meaning what we were talking about, be aware, be awake, be alert, because there's something that you're not seeing yet. Imagination can go along with our dreaming mind because when we dream at night, it is kind of where our imagination is taking us. A lot of times we astral travel in our dreams. We actually do work in other places in our dreams. Then you have the Knight of Shells. This is charm and passion. So that's a flamingo there. So the Knight of Shells, which is the Knight of Cups, charm and passion. So this can be a new relationship for you, but it can also be a boost in the relationship you're already in. You may be feeling extra romantic this week or planning something you've never done with your partner, right? It could be that. If you're single, this could be a good week for meeting somebody that's charming and passionate, right? And I'm not telling you what to do. You have to judge your own people when you see them in person. I'm not telling anybody. I don't do romance readings, and that's one reason why. Okay, and then you have the Ace of Feathers, which is the Ace of Swords. This is the sword of truth. And that is a goat there. And it looks like he's among some beautiful flowers. So this almost looks like a dream catcher up here, right? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Mental clarity and foundation. Mental clarity. So seeing things clearly, understanding things clearly. Swords are communication. And building a foundation on truth, right? So base meaning of usually the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, but it also has a dove behind it. So it's truth, but being able to deliver it in a nice way, I guess is a good way. So this channel message for this is mental clarity and foundation. Yeah, mental clarity. You're seeing the truth. I would interpret that mental clarity as truth, right? Swords are communication and foundation. You never want to build anything on a lie. So this deck calls this the Hanged Man. I prefer to say the Hanging Man. This is a 12, which is a 3. Threes are creation and collaboration. They are also the Holy Trinity, right? They're also mind, body, soul connection. So typically in the main message of the Hanging Man, sorry, I'm tripping over my words, is to accept yourself as you are, right? But also to see things in a different perspective. And this card does say patience, perspective. Patience and perspective. Sometimes things take a little bit longer. When you're looking at things in a different perspective, you have to stop and take the time to analyze them, right? You have to look at something from all angles. So if you are starting something new, you do want to be careful to see it from all ways. How does it look from if I do it this way or that way? If I do it now, then, or now, or the timing, the customers that you're trying to attract, so to, is another way of looking at that. And then you have, this is 6, love. I believe that this would be the Lovers, right? Number 6, I'm pretty sure. Yes. So the camera clock was 12:12 as I stopped it, which is 3, 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Numbers are important. Okay. Come on. Oh. Choice and trust. So this is 2 wolves, right? I believe aren't wolves one of the animals that's very loyal to their mate? I think so. So these are wolves and they're running and it's just beautiful. All the artwork is gorgeous. Now, number 6 is harmony, right? Now, this is choice. The Lover's card is a choice card. This is also trust. This is a trust card. This is what, this person who channeled this deck is saying. Choice is the base meaning of the Lover's card. It also represents Gemini, okay? So you have Pisces and Gemini so far. Virgos. Now, sometimes we do have to make a choice about love. And you already had the Knight of Shells or the Knight of Cups, which is romance. So the other big thing about being in a relationship is trust, right? And I'm feeling that's a very big one for some of you. You may be in a new relationship and you're having a hard time trusting because of things that have happened in the past. And that's really hard. But if you never take a chance, you never know love, right? So, and I'm not telling anybody what to do. I already said I don't do love readings, but I'm just giving you what Spirit is giving me and what's coming up for me. So this love card can be love. Yes, it can. But the deeper meaning and the original meaning is about a choice, okay? Next card is 3 of Acorns, which is 3 of Wands, 3 of Fire. Look at that giraffe, isn't that? I'm just obsessed with the artwork on these cards. So pretty, so whimsical. So this is 3 of Acorns, 3 of Wands is, I usually say this is a choice of where you're going to go. Typically, it has 2 wands planted behind the person and 1 in their hand. This is foresight and exploration. Yeah. 3s are creation and collaboration, fire, passion, right? Action, foresight, and explanation. So foresight, you're wanting to see what is out there. We already had that message before. What was it? seeing and looking at it before you do it, right? Planning it out, seeing which, the choice of which, how are you going to do it, right? So this is just building on that foresight, exploration. Yeah. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay where it's comfortable, or do you want to go out and try something new? My beautiful Virgo. Okay, so let's take it from the top. The moon, right? This is imagination and perception. So let's just take the words. Let's look at that first. The moon, imagination and perception. The Knight of Shells, charm and passion. The Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation. The Hanged Man, patience and perspective. The Love card, choice and trust. And then foresight and exploration. So if we take all these together, right? Spirit is saying, okay, this has a lot to do with your passion, your imagination, what you want to do. And then it's actually trusting yourself, trusting your decisions, trusting your gut instincts on what you want to do, right? To go out there and make it happen, whatever it is that you want to make happen. The moon, right? You may not see it right now. The Knight of Shells, a little boost in your relationship or meeting someone new. The Ace of Swords, building a foundation, being truthful with yourself and others. The Hanging Man, accepting yourself as you are, accepting your gifts, accepting what you have to give out to the world, but also seeing it from all perspectives so that, you can have the foresight to know how you're going to move forward. This Love card, Gemini or choice, right? Pisces, Gemini. Okay. Remember, you're never alone. Okay. Ask for guidance and it will come. And this guidance may be coming from your own gut instincts. All right. So Virgos, let's see. So this new deck that I got, it's a magical, whimsical oracle deck. And the card that you have, this is probably the upright, right? The card that you have is blank. So talk about asking for guidance and not getting it, or the reinforcement of you need to look within or feel the guidance. So the deck came with this blank card and they said, you can write a message on there. But you know what? My guide said, no, leave it blank, because it's either going to be a clean slate or the future is what you make it. Those were the two things that I heard when I focused on that. So clean slate for some of you, but a complete choice of how you want to move forward for others. Okay, I'll be nice and get you a card, from the deck with a message. But I chose to leave that in, and that's what I heard. Clean slate. Clean slate, and the choice is yours. You make of your life what you wish, what you want, by your actions and what you do, right? Okay. Okay, let's see. Hopefully they're going to give you one, because, okay, 2. Really? They have to get the clean slate, and then 2 more. All right. These cards are... Okay, look for signs, and now is the time. Look for signs, and it's like a treasure chest. Now is the time, and it's a bunch of crystals. Answers are written in the wind. Okay, another reinforcement of the fact that nobody is just going to scream into your ear, unless maybe somebody's about to die and they need you to pray. Now is the time. The cosmos clock strikes your hour. And leap nevertheless, or leap netless. So this is what I don't like about the cards. So see that? Leap, NE''T-less. So I believe what they mean is nevertheless, but it could be leap netless, because there's a lot of apostrophes in this deck that don't, I basically looked at the pictures. What it says on the top is what I pay most attention to, right? Look for signs, and now is the time. Okay, Virgos. Yeah, look for signs. Feel for signs might be more like it. Okay, I hope you have a great week. Please comment and let me know what you've gotten out of this. I know that these tarot cards can be a little bit more complicated because they do have different channeled meanings, but I really wanted to use a summary, whimsical type spread. All right, remember, it is what you make it. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.